Guys, today we've got Jordan cancellations just getting insanely weird. The Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1s are now confirmed, and it is now time to start getting excited for 2025. Welcome to the midweek re-up, guys. We don't really have too much to recap. Hopefully you had a good weekend, but yeah, we've got a lot to get into. We've got a pretty massive weekend ahead of us. So let's kick this off with some of the releases that are coming up right around the corner that you need to know about. We've got Supreme Week 13, some interesting collaborations. The main one being Hysteric Glamour. And then there's also going to be a Timberland collaboration, but we haven't seen what it actually is. It's called the Timberland Field Boot, but we don't have any images. Here's all of the prices for everything. There's some interesting stuff, but I mean, yeah, prices are still getting out of hand. You got freaking $1,000 jackets over here. Oh, and these beanies are $110. Weird cardigan zip up, very basic hoodies. These are not bad. Some kind of like long sleeve jerseys. These are the $1,000 jackets, even though in my opinion, these are the coolest pieces. Pretty nice varsities, t-shirts, hoodies, caps, track jackets, long sleeves, and a bunch of other stuff. I'll just skip through it. We don't need to go through each and every. Oh, these jerseys are quite nice. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. Again, this is going to be dropping tomorrow. That's November the 14th. Also want to run through some of the weekend releases. Of course, November the 16th, which I believe is Saturday, is going to be both the Jordan 4 Fear and the Travis Scott Jumpman Jack Dark Mocha. These are going to be the two massive drops. I think the Jordan 4s are already loaded up to the Nike Sneakers app. However, the Travis Scotts probably won't load up until very last minute. I imagine Travis Scott's website will do a release and then it'll be the Nike Sneakers app. We have seen this before, unless, hey, maybe all of these places are wrong and it's not going to be dropping on November the 16th and is pushed back to give priority to the Fear 4s. I always did think it was kind of weird that both of them are dropping on the same day, but as of right now, the information that we got, both of them are dropping November 16th. So we get any more updates, I'll let you guys know. And then of course, further down the line in November, we got the Black Cement 3s, November the 23rd, and then the Game Royal Jordan 1 Lows, which I think are going to be an underrated one for this month. That's November the 30th. Some other releases that just popped up. We got the Adidas Anthony Edwards 1, or the Adidas AE1. They've changed the name, which I thought was a little bit silly. This is the Iron Sharpens Iron colorway. Pretty cool. It's going to be a November 29th release, and it kind of reminds me of like one of the other high top colorways that they did, that iridescent like purple type thing, except this one's just a lot lighter and it kind of looks silver until you kind of shine it in the right light, and then there's some slight purple pinkish hits. Very, very strong colorway in my opinion. This is a low cut, so I know anybody who's a fan of the lows, this is there's not that many colorways out as of right now. Salehe Bembury's third colorway of the Crocs Pollux Juniper is going to be debuting not on May the 30th, this is wrong, November the 14th. So they've kind of been announced, and that's through beasponge.com for $140. Just keep in mind, guys, these will most likely have a wider release through Crocs and through different retailers, unless it's a Be A Sponge exclusive. But just note that considering how under retail the white colorway went, you may want to wait a little bit on these. You don't necessarily have to spend full retail price. I reckon they'll go under. Also on November the 14th, we've got an Atmos Asics Gel Kayano 14 that glows in the dark. This one's pretty sick. Atmos always does a pretty good job with their collaboration. So this one is actually kind of all over white and silver. And then when you cut the lights or you take them outside and then back inside again, they're going light up like this. And look at that midsole. It's got like this starry night effect, which I think looks so cool. I am a little bit of a sucker for glow in the dark shoes, okay? I love that little gimmick that they throw on there. I don't know why, but it's just pretty dope. And the cool thing about these is, like, obviously, regardless of the glow in the dark aspect, this is still a very, very strong colorway on one of my favorite Asics sneakers of all time. The Kayano 14s, in my opinion, are just one of the best out. Only problem with these, they probably are going to be a little bit limited, so they're going to be available through Atmos Tokyo online and in-store. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to get a wider release. Very small update for the little Yatchy Air Force 1. Obviously, this is the Concrete Boys. Now, we've got the GR and we've got the Friends and Family pair, and now we've got some better looks at the Friends and Family pair, so the one that we're never going to get our hands on. But thought I'd show you this and also remind you of the release, which is coming very, very soon. It's this weekend, I believe, on the 16th or 17th of November. So the Friends and Family pair, something that we didn't know is that it's actually limited to just 100 pairs, which you can see on the inside of the insole over here. I think this is Sean Weatherspoon's pair. He got number 91 out of 100. So just 100 pairs in existence. And obviously that's for all of Lil Yachty's friends. Really nice packaging. I like this. Unfortunately, the GR does not get anything as cool as this packaging. This is it over here. So just like one of those OG Nike boxes. Either way, like I said, these should be dropping this weekend. weekend. If there's any more updates on that, I will let you guys know. This one's really interesting and could be an absolute banger, which should be dropping this year. So we've got the Gani New Balance Fresh Foam Trainer, a completely brand new model made as a lifestyle and runner combination kind of crossover sneaker. So these are going to be dropping in November, very soon, the 28th to be exact. And what they've done here is they've basically taken what I believe is the 1080 V14 midsole, which if you don't know is like one of the softest foam midsoles that you can get on the market, and they've thrown it on what looks like some kind of retro New Balance upper. Now this colorway obviously is not my favorite, just all over silver with the pink accents, but what I do think is that if they release this model, this new model, which I think they will, they're not just creating one new model for this specific collaboration. If they do like a GR version or some other collaborations with this, this could be an absolute banger lifestyle sneaker. Like, just think about it, you're getting all of the comfort of like a serious running shoe, but with all of the cool looks of a retro runner from New Balance on the upper. I'm really hoping that they go crazy with this and release a bunch of different versions, because I will be one of the first in line to pick these things up. I think that upper looks super clean as well. So hopefully this collaboration produces some pretty solid GRs, but we're gonna have to wait and see. As of right now, this is the only one that we've seen leaked and rumored. This one I just thought was so extra. It is absolutely crazy. Junya Watanabe and Hoka are doing a Aura Primo drop, which is this blinged out pair of shoes over here. Now, honestly, the Aura Primo is a really cool pair of shoes. Like, it's a pretty extra. I kind of like the design, but it's like a slip-on with really nice soft cushioning under in the midsole, so it's a very comfortable pair of shoes. But this version is just, man, this is some kind of crazy blinged out, chained up version, which I don't know how it would look like on foot. Is it a little bit too much, or is it gonna kind of look cool? Maybe with a pair of like leather pants or something like that, it could be kind of a cool look. I'm not entirely sure. I just thought I would mention this to anybody who wants to be extra flashy with their outfits. These are going to be dropping November the 15th through select retailers, including Dover Street Market, online and in store. They retail for approximately $500, $491 to be exact, which, damn, man, these better be some freaking real silver chains. Little release update for the upcoming Fear of God Athletics 2 basketball collection. These are now going to be dropping this December. Now, we're not entirely sure what specific day in December. I'm sure it'll be somewhere in the middle. There is this version, the low top, and then there's also a high, which is not really my favorite. I don't really like the look of it. Nevertheless, just wanted to give you an update on these. Is Adidas and Fear of God going to make a comeback with this sneaker in future collections, or are they pretty much cooked? Another drop for December is going to be the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Metallic Copper, December the 4th for these things. I know that there's going to be a decent amount of people after these, those die-hard Foamposite people. This is a pretty crazy colorway. Now, it is a retro. I believe the last one was 2017, and actually this image right here is not of the 2024 pair. This is of the 2017 pair. Either way, it should look exactly like this. It's just going to be a one-to-one. They're bringing these things back after 7 years. Let me know what you think of this down in the comment section, but let's keep it moving. Adidas could be dropping one of their wildest creations yet. It's the AV. I don't know how you say that. I'm probably butchering the name of this, but it's something like that. Either way, this is a collaboration where they've got the freaking 4 toes that extend from the top of the shoe. Now, to be clear, this is something that you can remove, which I think most people will. Like, what you're going to be walking around with this? Surely that makes these things super weird to walk around in. Almost as if you were wearing like swimming fins. Now, the rest of the shoe looks pretty straightforward. Just, you know, a superstar with some nice leathers and decent colors, to be honest. But man, this strap is so weird. What is going on here? I would actually buy this shoe to make a video on it, because I think it would be so hilarious. Either way, there is a whole clothing collection as well coming with these things. They look absolutely bonkers on foot. That cap is actually kind of cool. I do like the design of that. But yeah, all of this is going to be dropping holiday 2024, so at some point in December. As of right now, we don't have a specific release date, but let me know what you think of the 4 toes. A question I get asked over and over again is, what pants are you wearing? Well, to be honest, usually it's Blacktailer Pants, so I actually reached out to them and asked them to sponsor this video so we can help you all out. Blacktailer is probably one of the best places that you can find pants or cargos, because they literally have everything. Baggy fit, relaxed fit, straight or skinny. Quality is really solid and they don't cost a ridiculous amount like some other brands. I literally have some Blacktailer pants from like 4 years ago that I still wear today. Some of my personal favorite picks would be the W2 and W7 cargos. They're super comfy and lightweight, almost like a tracksuit style. The Y7 cargos are a little bit more like jeans and come in this super dope brown color, perfect for the fall and winter season. But my all-time favorite has to be the Y6 cargos. This is a heavyweight cargo that unzips into actually good-looking shorts, which I don't think I've ever seen from any other 2-in-1 pant. Their new denim range is also really sick, like this biker jacket with all of the paneling. We've also got the S6 shorts to go along with it. Super dope quality and just everything fits. Like Blacktailer has been doing this for such a long time. I ordered 6 different products and they all fit perfectly. Now, as promised, I'm gonna help you out with 10% off of your order. Just use the code ElliotPage at checkout. Now, you can also find links to everything I'm wearing down in the description. Thank you, Blacktailer, for sponsoring today's video, but let's get back to it. We've already got official images of the big Nike Air Max sneaker that's going to be dropping in 2025, obviously for Air Max Day, and it's called the Nike Air Max DN8. When I first saw it, I was like, damn, maybe, you know, Nike is kind of doing some crazy new tech with it, but turns out this is basically just an extreme version of the Air Max DN that we saw this year. Essentially what they've done here, which is pretty revolutionary. They took the 4 air units that you used to have at the back of the regular DNs and then just doubled it. They just put another one right at the front. So now you've got 8, as for DN8, different air units in here. Could be pretty interesting in the right colorway, although I wish that this midsole was a little bit thicker because those circles look really massive and the midsole looks a bit thin, which is a bit of a weird look. Overall, I think these could be okay, but I was hoping to see something a little bit crazier, something a little bit different for Air Max Day next year. Oh yeah, and apparently we're also going to be getting a bread colorway, so same exact thing, same exact overlays. All right, let's talk about this weirdness that's going on with Jordan's release calendar. Here's a little list of some that was compiled. Obviously, there's more than just this, but here's just some of them. We've got the Black Cat 5s scrapped, the Baroque Brown 3s scrapped, the same Brown 85-1 lows scrapped. These, which is something that gets a little bit weird, those were also scrapped. These 6s, all of these shoes were cancelled. And this was something that Z Sneakerheads posted, a bunch of other people as well. And then obviously we saw all of the Travis Scotts getting cancelled. So here's where things get pretty interesting. So we got first looks at the cancelled Jordan 1 High Medium Olive. And we're like, okay, so are they dropping then? Was everybody wrong? So they got this information from DTLR, which is a retailer, and they posted this pair of shoes as coming soon for $180. And you can see, turns out, according to Sneaker News, it's been determined that the photo of the Air Jordan 1 Medium Olive shared by DTLR is a Photoshop mock-up and not the actual shoe. That should not be allowed for like a retailer to share a mock-up and not the actual product. They should only be sharing, you know, photos of the actual product that they are selling. And it's not the first time that's happened. Like the whole calendar for this year, where like we had the Black Toe Reimagines just suddenly, you know, disappear into 2025 right as we were supposed to get them in October. There's been a couple other Jordan 1s that we've seen like retailer images of that have also been scrapped like right close to the release. So is it Jordan Brand looking at the current state of like Jordan 1s or different Jordan sneakers that are not selling out and they're like, yo, look, this we don't have any more space in our outlets for these things. We're gonna have to cancel them. Speaking of confusing shoes, what the hell happened to the first version of the metal swoosh Air Force One? So I saw this image of this upcoming pair and I was like, hey, they did a silver version of this. What the hell happened to that? That was supposed to drop back in 2023. Did it release? I don't even know. So it's the exact same thing where you're getting like this really cool metal Nike swoosh on the side in replacement for like the regular leather one. I really liked the way that the silver one looked because it kind of stood out. And this black one's definitely not bad, but I just don't think it's as good as that silver one. So I would prefer to get those. I don't know what the hell happened to them. Apparently these are going to be dropping spring 2025 for $130. Nike Dornbecker Freestyle is auctioning over 50 pairs of sneakers from the last 20 years. Somehow Nike has managed to find a way to retro freaking Dornbecker shoes. Really, really interesting how they're doing this, but it's the 20th anniversary of the Dornbecker collection, and they're now bringing back or just setting up an auction for some of like these older models, which are pretty crazy to see. You can see there's like 54 pages of just on and on and on different pairs of Dornbecker shoes. Some of them are going for like decent prices, others are going for like crazy prices. This pair of Dunks going for $420 right now. You got like the Jordan 1 lows, you got some of the Zoom Flies. It's crazy to see all of these older pairs. Right, we got some 2025 updates, starting with the Air Jordan 3 Starfish. This is going to be dropping full 2025. It's a new one that's just been added to the calendar, which obviously we don't have any like actual images of these things, but it should look something like this, which if it does look exactly like this, you can keep that. I'm good on this one. This could be dropping this year and maybe most likely is, but I thought I'd just add it in here just in case because we don't have an exact release date. But this is the This Is Never That New Balance 1000, which I really like the look of. Nevertheless, thought I'd add this one in here because it's probably a pair that I would consider picking up. Not entirely sure. I've got a couple of these New Balance 1000s already, and I do really like the GR2 tone colorways. Those are bangers. Either way, we don't have an exact release date. Since these are official, it's probably going to drop this year, but could be pushed into January. Right, we have been speaking about these Travis Scotts for a minute now, and now we know that like it's been leaked and rumored and kind of, you know, should be dropping, but we're not entirely sure. But now it's got an actual SKU number, which means it is now confirmed. We are going to be getting the Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 Low. So here they are. Here's the SKU numbers for these things. Men's $150, so a full size run, preschool, and of course toddler sizes. These are a full 2025 release, and this is the best mock-up that we have of these things as of right now. We have seen the owner of Fragment wearing this colorway, so that's what everybody is expecting to release, just pretty much an all-white pair of Jordan 1 lows with the, you know, typical Fragment colors on there. I don't even know if I'm ready for 2025. It's like, I just really don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be absolute carnage. We also got some much better images of the upcoming Black Hat 3s that are returning January 2025. There is something about this material on top. Like, why do they look so, like, boxy? Is there something up with these things? Maybe it's just the pictures. I don't know. I think this is a solid pair of 3s. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. In terms of a specific release date, I believe it is just the 11th of January as of right now. We'll have to wait and see if that changes. Here's a really cool shot that I thought I'd show you guys. This is every Black Metallic 5 compared right next to each other, from 1990s to the 2025 version, which we're going to be getting in February. And you can see like the closest to each other is obviously the 2016s and the 2025s. So which one do you prefer? The reimagined 5s that we're getting next year, or the 2016s? And then as you go down this line, you can see that they have the 23 on the side. Same thing for the 2007s with the 23 on the back. 2000, you don't have it. And then obviously the 1990s, it is not there. Very interesting to see these all lined up. Do you prefer the 2016s or the 2025s? Or in fact, which year do you prefer of the Black Metallic 5s? Same type of image with the breads I thought was very interesting. This one's all the way from 1985 all the way up to 2025, which we're getting the you know, the bread ones, the 85s that are going to be $250. Here's a little comparison of all of the different breads that have dropped over the years. A ton of them, and this obviously doesn't include like all of the other random bread spin-offs that they've done on like lows and mids and all of those. Which year is your favorite? I have a feeling most people are going to say the 2016s. Last up today, I thought I'd give you a couple updates. Just scroll through the release calendar for 2025, specifically for Jordan brand, because we've had quite a few updates since we last kind of went through it. So we're just going to make this super quick, just blast through it. So kicking off this year, we've got the Cinnabar Rare Air Jordan 1s. That's January 18th. Thought those were pretty cool. Earth 5s, meh, not bad, but just, I don't know if it's a priority. Same thing with the Year of the Snake 5s. It's okay, not my favorite. The ones on the other hand, Year of the Snake ones, those are looking pretty dope. Of course, the Black Cats, these might be dropping January 25th, so not the 11th. I don't know. We'll update you on when it gets to that. Now, February's the crazy month. We've got, obviously, the Black Toe Reimagines on the 1st. These Rare Air ones are not bad either. This is, I think, part of the Rare Air pack, but either way, it's not a bad colorway. But then, of course, we're getting the Black Metallic 5s, the Reimagines on the 8th of February, the 14th, the Bread 85s, Jordan 1 highs, that's on the 14th. That's a pretty crazy one. And we're getting the Rare Air Jordan 4s, which I also think is a pretty solid pair. Like, you've got 4 bangers right next to each other, which is going to be interesting. That's February the 15th for those. Ooh, we're going to get to try out these weird new Jordan 4 nets on the 26th of February. March, we got the SB4s, the Patent Pandas. We've also got the Obsidian Lows, which I think a decent amount of people are going to be interested in. The Lucky Shorts 3s, which I think are pretty cool. Whatever Nigel Sylvester cooks up with the actual pair of Jordan 4s, not the RMs, but that's going to be a Firewood Orange colorway, so it could be pretty loud. The Rare Air 3s are coming in April, which is pretty cool. OG Grape 5s, that's going to be a big one. The Phantom Lows, I feel like we've seen quite a few of these different types of colorways on the Jordan 1 Lows. Mom and Your Jordan 3s, not bad. Nice to see them switch up colors, but I just don't know how many people are going to be actually excited about them. Another kind of spring release is the Varsity Red colorway of the SB4s. We're supposed to be getting the navies and the Varsity Reds, except this one is not confirmed yet, and it doesn't have a specific release date, whereas the navies do, and they're going to be dropping on March the 1st, like we said. Oof. Also in May, a heavy hitter, the Jordan 1 High UNC reimagined. This one's going to have a very similar storyline and I guess aging as to the Lost and Founds. It's going to come in the same box except flipped. Either way, May the 10th for those. Blue Tint 4s, okay, not the best, not the worst. White Cement 4s, let's go. Definitely picking those things up, and I'm sure a lot of other people are as well. Sport Royal Challenge Red Jordan 3s. This is an SP, meaning special project, meaning it's most likely a collaboration. We're not entirely sure who with yet. Rust Pink Jordan 1 Lows, I think those got cancelled. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe those got cancelled. Aqua 8s May 31st. In June, we're getting some freaking trophy room Jordan 6s, 2 colorways to be exact. They like to do the double colorway. Infrared pair and a crimson pair. Those, as of right now, are going to be dropping June the 13th. Also in June, on the 28th, we got the Undefeated 4s, a must-have for pretty much everyone. I don't think there's going to be a single person who's not going to be going for these things. Air Jordan 3 Sail Cement Gray. They're really not changing things up for the Jordan 3. It looks like they're getting like a bunch of the same looking pairs. Bugs Bunny 8s, that's pretty interesting. That's September the 6th. Another Amam and Your Jordan 5. This one looks pretty similar to what we've already seen. That's a summer 2025 drop. A Swarovski Crystal Jordan 1. If you like that one, that's pretty crazy. Ferrari 14s, interesting. A pair of Varsity Red Jordan 1 Highs. Reverse Shadow Jordan 1 High 85, interesting. Pure Money 3s I do actually want to pick up. I think that's going to be a pretty solid one. That is fall 2025. The Cave Stone 4s, if they come just like this, just exactly like this, take my money, I'm gonna be buying them. Shattered Backboards, another one. We're gonna have to pony up some money in the full time. This one is definitely a must cop. So is the Fire Red 5s. I think these are gonna be pretty cool. The OG Black Ton version. No exact release date on those. Oh damn, we're getting the fragments as well in full. Yeah, Travis Scott Fragment Air Jordan 1 Low. That is dropping fall. Awake New York Jordan 5s. Could be interesting. Could be pretty, basic. Oh yeah, and then November the 22nd, the Black Cat 4. So again, another fall release. Black Cat 4s, November the 22nd. And then, of course, the heaviest of heavy hitters, the Union Fragment Jordan 1 High and the Off-White Air Jordan 1 High, which is going to be the Euro colorway. This is absolutely insane. And this doesn't count all of the other stuff that they're doing, like the Nike collaborations, like the PlayStation Air Forces and stuff like that. So it's insane. I thought I would give you some updates because we had a huge amount of changes to the release details and stuff like that. But let me know, guys, what's your top priority? You're only allowed to choose one. You have to boil all of these down to your number one priority. Let me know what that is down in the comment section. But guys, that wraps it up. We do this every single Wednesday and Sunday. We don't miss a damn beat, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. I can always keep you in the loop with the latest details, information, and releases. And if you want to check out another video, click that one right over there.